Happy Monday. It's time for the weekly reading. I am wearing this, trying it on, because it might be a potential costume item for a dragon boat race. Anyway, so I'm like, this is so cute. I kind of feel like Minnie Mouse. So I feel this cute, playful energy, and I'm loving it. That type of energy right now would be really advantageous because, so first of all, we're in a Mercury retrograde. So some of you might be thinking, what the heck is that? And others, you might know about it. So Mercury, when it's basically the planet, I'm not an astrologer, so someone else could probably give, I guess, a more detailed type of explanation. For me, I can give you the energetic and my own experiential type of definition. So basically, the planet Mercury goes so slow, it's as if it stopped. Like it's only so many seconds a day, right? So when we get into that energy, we sometimes communication can go a little bit funky. Just to be really conscious about the email messages that you send, the text messages. Sometimes it could be, I don't know, just taken in a wrong way, right? Sometimes you can have issues with technology. I know I've been having issues with a certain card that I use, and there's a certain function on my phone that's kind of like glitching. Certain programs, let's say at work, they're glitching, maybe for some people and not for other people. It's just interesting things that can happen. Some Mercury retrogrades can be really tough because with it being slow, we kind of sit in our muck, and you'll find projects not moving forward maybe as quickly as you thought they would. Maybe a job offer, it's just kind of dragging on, you don't know what's going on. Maybe it's an offer to get an apartment or a house or something like that. It can slow things down, slow the processes down. And but this particular one, it doesn't seem to be a really tough one, yet we have other stuff in the mix this week. So on May 5th, we have a full moon in Scorpio, and it's a lunar eclipse. So that's powerful energy. That's really powerful energy. So full moons are about clearing out the old. And the lunar eclipse. So it's about having emotions come into the surface, having some junk come into the surface, maybe needing to have some alone time to be within your emotions. But it doesn't feel super dense. It doesn't have to be super dense if you're just in an open space to acknowledging whatever comes up. Like that's what emotional intelligence is. It's acknowledging your emotions. So I'm feeling kind of heavy right now, let's say, or I'm a little frustrated. We didn't really like the way she approached me. I think that person should have done things a different way. So judgments coming up, maybe fear of someone else judging you coming up. Maybe it's being concerned about finances or career, or just in general having to do with relationships. Chewy, soon. Chewy's wanting to go outside. You just have to wait a little bit. You already went out, and I'm in the middle of something. So soon. Okay, so basically, we have a lot of stuff going on right now. There's some essential oils that I recommend for this time if they resonate with you. So I'll tell you what they're about, and if any of them resonate, you might want to consider using them in some way. I have them on my wrists right now. Sometimes I put them at the bottom of my feet if, I don't know, maybe I don't like a certain scent, or maybe I just don't want to smell like rosemary, right? So I might put it on the bottoms of my feet. Okay, so one of them is lavender. I'll show you the little card from my deck. So the key message about lavender, or what it does for us, is it's very nurturing. It helps you to feel safe. I'm also going to read what's in the book here. Okay, so nurture yourself and your environment and step away from all that holds you back. You're creating your own protective space where you can feel uninhibited, safe, and free to be all that what you want to be. When you are feeling stuck emotionally and physically in life, regroup your energies and start again so that you can feel strong and confident. Take the time to create your sanctuary where you can ask for and obtain all that you need. So this vibrates in the heart chakra, right? The color, the essence, the vibration of it is the heart chakra. So helping you to feel safe and loved and nurtured. So lavender would be really great to use right now. It's also really good to help you to calm, help you to fall asleep. Sometimes I put a drop on a Kleenex and I'll put it in my pillowcase, and so I can sleep and take it in. But it's also really nice in a diffuser or on your body if you feel comfortable with that. Okay, the next card that came up is rosemary. And the key word for rosemary is creativity. I also see it being very much the courage card, or the courage card. Anyways, this card, I feel like for me, represents courage. Courage, confidence to be you. But that's where the creativity comes into play, right? Because the core essence of who you are is a very creative individual in your own unique way. You know, we can be creative in so many ways. But the core of who you are, the true essence of who you are, to be that, to display that, to own that, that takes a lot of courage. So the essence of rosemary, you know, whether you put it on your food or whether you use the essential oil, it can help you with that. Rosemary gladdens the spirits, evoking confidence to command creative energy into action. Believe in yourself. You can manifest anything if you believe in it. Explore your creative side and free yourself from life's restrictions. Rosemary allows you to explore outside your everyday world. Find your own personal expression of creativity and paint your life the colors you wanted. Rosemary also helps the throat chakra, and it helps to relieve arthritis. It stimulates the memory while reducing mental fatigue, and is a liver and gallbladder stimulant. But you know what? Because it also affects your solar plexus and getting into your sacral chakra, but very much a solar plexus rejuvenating oil. So it's not just throat, like, yeah, you're speaking your truth, but I feel the oil really here. And in fact, I like to put drops on my solar plexus, which can also help with digestion. Okay, so rosemary would be good. Oh, one of my cards, hold on. The next one, ylang ylang. When I smell ylang ylang, to me, it feels sensual, it feels deep, it feels earthy. Ylang ylang really grounds me. Now, according to this book, it also brings on a sense of peace. And I totally feel that, because when I'm feeling grounded and grounded in my creativity, that's also sacral chakra. So it's root and sacral chakra. I am at peace because I feel safe. It feels safe to be me. So yeah, it invokes peace, tranquility, reuniting us with our emotional, caring, nurturing, intuitive side. Balancing the left and the right brain, ylang ylang is the warm, fuzzy, nurturing essential oil that softens us and relieves life's frustrations that often lead to anger. When locked in that logical, analytical mode, use ylang ylang to reveal your inner strength, more resilient and able to conquer any negative emotions we may show. Be in touch with your feminine side. That's something that's really strong for me that's happening right now, is healing my feminine, owning my feminine, getting in my feminine. And I think a lot of us are doing that right now. Okay, what card did I miss? I did rosemary. I did lavender. Oh, I missed majoram. So majoram is another oil that would be really good right now. Anxiety. It helps with anxiety. So as stuff is coming up, it can help to heal the pattern that is the root of that anxiety. Help you to see it clearly. Really important right now to notice the emotions that you're having. Notice the emotions, notice the thoughts. And it's up to you to be able to soften those thoughts, to take a different perspective. If you're gonna analyze anything, analyze your thoughts. Do you truly believe this? How is this a judgment towards something else? A lot of this has to do with relationships, right? But it can also be judgment towards yourself. But in regards to relationships, really notice the communication when you have with people. And when you have a thought, such as, I don't like how they do that. Look, they're doing that again, making me feel shitty, let's say, making me feel stupid. These are just examples, right? But what are those thoughts that you're having when it comes to someone else? You know, when you're wanting someone to be a different way, when you wish someone would, let's say, do this, because then maybe you feel important or maybe you feel loved. Analyze that, because individuals can only be who they are. They should only be who they are. They shouldn't be trying to be someone for you. Yet, if something is really important to you, then voice it. You know, let them know. Say, hey, you know what? When you do this or this, I really appreciate it, or it makes me feel loved, it makes me feel honored, it makes me feel like I'm a significant part of the team, it makes me feel worthy, it makes me feel like you're respecting me and you're appreciating the skills that I have. So I just want to give as many examples as I could to help you to relate it to you. Voice what you would be in gratitude for, or what you are in gratitude for. When someone does make you feel loved or appreciated, or makes you feel like you're being respected. So when that happens, acknowledge it and say thank you. And I'm really grateful for that. I'm really in appreciation. And, you know, if you would like something because it makes you feel good, you can voice it, yet you can't necessarily count on someone else giving that to you. Because someone can only try so hard to be who you need and want them to be for so long before they get resentful. So, above all, we want each other to be ourselves. And a quality that you would love to have within someone, if it's not natural for them, when they do that, whatever it is for you, providing them the gratitude will help them to feel really good. And then when they feel good about doing that, innately they're going to want to do it more, because then it makes them feel good too, and making you feel good. Like, that is a lot of goodness going on, right? So it's like Pavlov's dog. You're training them. It might not be innate skill. Hey, as an example, I'm not a detail-oriented person. I'm a very free spirit, would love to focus on the creativity of things. But when I need to be detailed, I can be detailed, right? At work, I need to be so detailed all the time. So there's certain skills that I needed to train myself to do it, and I had to do it again and again and again and again. And sometimes I would have a fail, right? Um, but if you're requesting this from someone that it's not innately within them, they can get better at it with reinforcement. But because it's not natural, you might need a lot of reinforcement. And for certain people in certain situations, they might need a shitload of reinforcement. But you know what? If it's not innately them, the fact if they are trying to put some energy into it because they want me to feel loved, to feel honored, um, to feel like I had a partner who cared, let's say, and that could be a business partner, that could be a love relationship, a parent-brother relationship, right? There's so many different relationships. But if they're actually putting energy in it to help you to feel good, then you being in gratitude helps them to feel good. And it's a beautiful thing. But when they don't come through, it's also about us having the understanding that they are who they are. And it's amazing when they do put energy into it, and that makes me feel good. But when they don't, they don't. Maybe they didn't have the energy to put into it. Maybe they really needed to do something else. Maybe other things were their priority to put energy into because it's what's important to them for their own balance, for their own joy, for their own personality type and characteristics, and what is naturally a priority for them. You know, like sometimes we just need to take care of our own shit, right? And then we're not going to necessarily have the energy or the priority of other people. And sometimes it just needs to be that way. And sometimes we might piss people off. So just like you might be getting pissed off because someone else isn't giving you what you need when you need it, and when you just want it. So sometimes we need to just be taking care of ourselves, or we have different people in our lives that can fill different areas. And when you're thinking about whether a relationship, whether business or personal or direct family, when you think about whether they're a good balance for you, because sometimes we can have people in any of those areas of our lives where we don't have a good balance of vibration and energy exchange. Maybe it makes you feel super heavy, or maybe it makes you feel amazing when there's a good balance and how much energy is being exchanged between each other. What I mean by energy is communication, or doing something for each other, or always taking, or always being the giver. You know what I mean? When there's a different energy exchange, there's a different appreciation and contentment with different relationships. So sometimes when things are out of balance, they don't feel good, verbalizing that, having good communication, speaking your truth, giving the space so they can speak their truth, and trying to find, like, with more clarity, you're looking for, is there a way that we can make this even better? Or do we need to, it's totally not working, it's not a good balance, right? So it's about having those conversations and creating a comfortable space so everyone can have clarity. And sometimes relationships need to end, business, personal, whatever it is. Sometimes they need to end, or sometimes they need to simply transform with a different perception of things. Sometimes it could be a powerful transformation can happen just by noticing your thoughts, determining whether they're totally accurate or whether you can let go of judgments and old patterns of thinking to have a different, bigger, more optimistic perspective. A relationship within the workplace can all of a sudden turn into something beautiful where you're just honoring each other for who you are. Sometimes you might not like it, like maybe there's someone in your life that gives you the bitch face, or I should do the masculine version of that too. Maybe they give you that "you are so fucking stupid" face, right? That face. So maybe there's someone who does that and then you get your back up. Or maybe it's someone that when they explain things to you, they explain it in a way where you perceive it as being spoken down to. It might be the tone, it might be where they're directing their attention on how they're explaining things, right? It might come off as harsh because so much energy comes at you when they communicate with you. So you could be having a relationship such as that and changing your perspective and taking the initiative to be responsible for your own thoughts and your own emotions and your own experience of the reality that you're having. Because even when you change your thoughts, you can change your experience of things, change your reality, your perception. You see things with a more open perspective. Instead of tunnel vision with certain thought patterns, you can have a certain perspective which creates a certain energy, a certain emotion around a situation. But if you change the thought, you can change the energy and change the emotion and change your experience. So take responsibility. This is emotional intelligence. Take responsibility of your own thoughts, your own emotions, your own reality, and see if you can adjust it with your perspective or with communication, right? Or maybe it's a combination of both. It depends on the relationship. It depends on the energy that you want to put into it, right? Sometimes having those awkward discussions can turn into something beautiful, because then that communication turns into compassion and understanding and teamwork, right? When you can start, oh, this person likes to communicate this way, and they get their back up when it's put in this type of situation or delivered in this way. So if I want to put energy into it, I can adjust the way I communicate with them, have more compassion for them, watch my body language maybe, right? And then you can take the responsibility to have better and better communication, better relationships, more success when you work together and help to create a beautiful high vibration as opposed to the dense one where it was like, can't believe she did that. I know, da, da, da. And having, those conversations in the background and judging people for the individuals that they are. We're all unique. None of us are perfect. And when you're judging someone else, it's because your own perception is just, this is the right way of doing things. So let's just try to be more open to other perspectives, because we are all beautifully unique. And maybe there's not really a right or wrong, but it is an opening, being open to everyone's perspective. And that will help you to find the version, which might be a combination of perspectives, that ends up working for everybody's highest and greatest alignment. So these oils will help with that. It will help you to feel nurtured and safe to be you. It will help you to speak your truth. It will take those patterns that you're going to notice. Shit is going to come up this week. So when the patterns of thought and the emotions come up, then when you notice it and you feel safe, and the majorum is going to help with that anxiety. So to help ease, know that you can deal with whatever you're faced with. And knowing that and trusting in that can help you to move your energy to a place of openness. And then Alang Alang is going to help to balance the left and the right, the masculine, the feminine, the action, the gentleness, the chilling out, the being open to receive. So I think I'm going to pull one card. Well, maybe I should say one. We'll see what comes out. Healing with the Angels deck. A lot of stuff wants to come through today. I love it. Okay. I need to ground myself. Okay. I was looking for my glasses. Here they are. Okay. Okay. The card is listening. So right now, messages, or this week, messages are going to come through to us in maybe very different ways, right? I was listening to, actually, I had a wonderful one-on-one session with Tamara Jean. She's with High Vibe. And people who do sessions and healing sessions for people, we need to have sessions, right? Sometimes we need assistance to go through our own healing processes and to get clarity on things. So this week we'll be getting messages about listening, and something Tamara Jean said to me. It was the wonderful reminder that we'll get messages sometimes through animals, right? Sometimes it's through songs, sometimes it's through the radio, sometimes it's from what someone says, or you overhear something, or you read something, right? And what Tamara Jean reminded, or the beautiful message that she shared, was that, you might be talking about something or thinking about something, and then all of a sudden you might get that notification on your phone that something has come in, that ding, or maybe all of a sudden your dog or cat is going to start barking or meowing, or pawing at you, distracting you, So those are also good reminders about the way messages might come through. So listen, you might be getting confirmation on, yes, do that, or maybe not right now for that. So pay attention to what you're thinking about or what you're talking about and what messages that you get around you. Also, pay attention to your dreams. Your dreams can give you brilliant messages. So when you wake up, try not to move. Think about what just happened within your dream. What was the emotion? Who were you around? I have a throat chakra healing going on. Who was in your dream and what they represent to you, and how does that relate to what you're going through right now? Okay? And Chewy says hi, and Gracie's back here. So their energy is always here. And also the energy of my guides join in. And I have someone new that has joined my spirit team, which is really cool now. So yeah, it's exciting times. It can be scary, it can be sad, it can be angry times too, like stuff is coming up. But the reason why I'm excited about it is because I want to release patterns. I want to have the clarity in that stuff so I can shift my perspective, shift on a physical, cellular level. And that just means that being more and more alignment will bring our desires to us, right? Because we're attracting that. And the more we align with it, the more we draw it to us. So it is really exciting times. So I'm sending you beautiful love and light and joy and gratitude. Wishing you beautiful clarity and alignment. And if you're looking for a one-on-one session, a healing session with channeled messages, you can drop me a DM. You can visit my website, thejoyfulyogini.ca. I also work with corporations, and I do really super fun team building sessions. Definitely ones that are playful and fill you with laughs. And I do keynote presentations talking about emotional intelligence and relating it to the workplace. So you can also book me for that. From my light to your beautiful, amazing light. Namaste. Thank you so much. Oh, who is there? Can I see? Will I see the name? Oh, SGM. Very cool. Yeah, very nice. I'm glad you joined. So namaste. Have a wonderful rest of your day or wonderful rest of your week. Bye.